Yes, we are live. Beautiful. So, this is episode number 119 on the Zero Point Healing Show. So, I completed the introduction and then I looked at it and it looks like I was not even live. So, now I am live, which is beautiful. Anyways, so today we have a beautiful healing modality and a wonderful practitioner that I have with me in this particular show. Before I move on to him, just a short intro about Zero Point Healing. It is a web directory of all different holistic healing modalities and so many different holistic healing practitioners, facilitators, healers, therapists from all around the world. So it was a dream come true project for me. For me, I got certified in multiple different holistic healing modalities, and I was like, wow, all of these modalities are so amazing. And what would it look like if all of these modalities existed in one platform? And if I can access all of these practitioners from all around the world in one platform, how easy life could be and how interesting that would be. So basically, this beautiful platform called zeropointhealing.com was born from those kind of inquisitive questions that I might have had at that time. Anyways, it has been almost a year now. So now I'm looking back and I'm like, wow, this has been such a beautiful creation. And I really, really love these interviews. And if you are a holistic healing practitioner yourself, I welcome you to zeropointhealing.com. You can register and you can create your profile for free. And you can also, if you're interested in this kind of interview with me, you can contact me for that as well. Alrighty, so we are now to our beautiful guest here. Welcome, Daniel. Thank you so much for coming to my show. You can unmute yourself and tell us a little bit about you, your beautiful background, and how you ended up in this holistic healing world.
Okay, hi, welcome. Yeah, so I'm an acupuncturist and a Qi Gong practitioner and a herbal medicine practitioner as well. We're really talking about Qi Gong today. And Qi Gong, is really important for me because it was my first step into this world of alternative medicine and East Asian culture and East Asian holistic practices. So, it's quite a long history for me now. I got involved in martial arts first of all. So in sort of the martial aspect of kung fu, and I really enjoyed that. But it wasn't until I started doing qigong that I really noticed that my health and my consciousness changed. And so that was like my first step on this journey into the healing world. So it started sort of with myself, and then just one thing after another snowballed and became a career, which I didn't expect.
Wow, beautiful. And was there a different career profession that you had been doing prior to the holistic healing?
Yeah, so before I was involved in the arts world. So I did a degree in sculpture and painting, making video art, making art from rubbish and all kinds of things. And I did run a studio for a couple of years. So I studied, and then I had this artist studio, and I was making work. I wasn't really happy. I wasn't really kind of like in the flow of what I wanted to be doing. I don't know. It always felt like something was really missing. And I also was looking at my own health at the time, which wasn't very good. It was sort of like I was having asthma. I was drinking too much, maybe, not really looking after myself. And in this, in a good place, I loved making artwork, but it wasn't 100% fulfilling for me. So that's when, and I sort of got into martial arts as a hobby, something to do in the evenings to kind of boost up my physical strength. And this martial arts teacher, who was a great guy, started a Qigong class in the beginning of his sessions. And we, in the beginning, there was like everyone from the martial arts team was there doing Qigong. And after a few weeks, it was just me and him, basically, doing this very slow, very relaxed meditative practice. And yeah, so that really took me to think, oh, maybe, well, actually, I got into Chinese philosophy then, started reading a lot about acupuncture, herbal medicine. And that's when I thought, okay, maybe I could go and study this and make a change in my life. So, yeah.
Beautiful.
So, yeah, it came from a sort of arts background, which I think is a great background to have, because it's a kind of, creative thinking is very useful in every aspect of life. So, yeah, I think my background stood me in good stead in a way.
Wow, beautiful. All right, so now let's move into the title for today, which is Expanding Consciousness and Healing Our Body with Qigong. So first, give us a short intro about what Qigong is and how could it help a person maybe heal their body, or how did it actually apply in your case as well? Your case would be a beautiful example there.
So again, I thought, oh, maybe it's a bit too lofty, expanding consciousness. But Qigong is a practice of exercises that we do with our body. I kind of think of it as like a kind of practice of direct experience. Yeah. So a bit like if you imagine yoga is in a way, but Qigong's different. Yeah. So they have similarities in the stretches and the way that they approach the body, but also a lot of differences as well. So yeah, it's sort of direct experience of practicing, and it is a practice. It's something that you kind of have to do quite a lot to really get into the benefits of it, let's say. So for me, it had remarkable health benefits. So I was someone that had, and I'm happy to share that with you guys, I'm someone that had asthma for a very long time, from the age of about 9 or 10 up until my mid-20s. And, hospitals and inhalers and given all this medication, take this for the rest of your life. And, I didn't really question it until later on. But when I started doing Qigong, I found that my symptoms were just kind of became slowly and slowly further away from the center of my life. And I think a few years in, I thought, oh, haven't gone to refill these inhalers for like 4 or 5 years now. So, and I kind of attribute that to the Qigong. Yeah. I also attribute my, the way I put consciousness in there, because I think as a young man or a young boy, like I didn't really have that self-confidence to say, oh, I could be an acupuncturist, or I could help heal other people. And I think the Qigong helped me to like expand my consciousness in that way, what's possible for myself, maybe. And that also attributes to Qigong. I mean, it may be other things. I don't know.
Wow, beautiful. And with Qigong, I know that you're taking classes. So how does it look like? Or of course, we are going to give them the demo, but if you have to kind of explain a little bit in words, what is the philosophy behind it, if that's the word, right? So when we do this, let's say these body, if you want to call it exercises or whatever it is, how is it, do you feel in your case, asthma, how do you think it's related, and how does this entire thing actually is working and giving us those beautiful results?
So I think it's multifaceted, so it's hard to pin it down to one thing. But if we talk about relaxing and the free flow of blood and energy through your body, you can actually go work with your body to release tensions, traumas, pain, these things that we all suffer from, muscle and body ache. You can release them by relaxation. So, there are lots of I have this discussion with my teacher a few times about like cathartic release. You cry, and you punch things, and then you feel better. But then it comes back again. So there's only so far you can go with that kind of cathartic thing. So Qigong releases, like, the benefits come through the relaxation, which helps the body, blood and energy flow smoothly, and that smooth flow creates the healing, I think.
Yeah, and I was also, from my own perspective here, I'm also seeing it from energetic perspective. I feel when there is an illness or a disease in the body, energetically, it's, I feel, that constriction or contraction or the energy getting, let's say, clogged up or something. And I feel when we do qigong or yoga or all of these beautiful practices, as you said, there's that flow of energy that happens, and that contraction, I feel, is getting kind of released, and that flow is occurring. So from my perspective, I was looking at it from that standpoint. Anywhere, any disease, whether it is something to do with lungs or nose or throat or whatever it is, I feel energetically it looks like some kind of contraction. And I feel, qigong and other such practices allows that flow to happen. And I feel that disease or the illness is just, evaporating, so to speak, as that kind of energy is flowing. And again, just my point of view. So can we then go ahead and show a demo? So I feel there's no more words that we can put in, rather just show people what it truly looks like. Let's go for it.
Yeah, so I was thinking we try to take people from a kind of 0 to 60, yeah, Qigong. So we try to fast track it, right? And so to fast track it, I'll share some sort of, there are no secrets really, but I'll share some Qigong kind of secrets with you, yeah. And I do believe there are no secrets, yeah. But anyway, so let's start a practice. So what I want us to think about is this area in the middle of the palm. So this area, it's what people use doing Reiki. It's what martial artists use to get their power out. And it's what we use in a lot of Qigong, because it's kind of this energy point to our hands, and our hands are kind of our interface with the outside world, right? And so some standing practice, because I can't think about Qigong without standing up. So if we think about the middle of each palm, we can bring our hands so that they're facing each other, and we can expand from the middle of the palm and draw the hands back. But maybe with one hand first, just expanding the fingers and then letting them draw back, thinking about the middle. Yeah. So you have like this nice sort of pulsing feeling with the hands. So let's maybe let's stand up, or I can stand up and talk you through some more Qigong exercises. Yeah.
Sure, that would be beautiful.
Yeah. Oh, I also had this Chinese text I wanted to share.
Yeah, let's do that first. Yeah.
Let's do that first. So I wanted to talk about like what my practice is about at the moment. Part of it is about looking at ancient texts and thinking about how they might relate to us now in the practice of Qigong. So this is a section of a text from the Huainanzi and translated by Elizabeth Rocher de Valais. So back in 221 BCE, they're quite old. So I'll just read the lines in English rather than Chinese. So heaven by its serenity is clear. Earth by its stability is tranquil. The 10,000 beings die by losing this and live by taking it as their model. And if we think about the realms that people really thought about in ancient China, the three main realms, I think, were heaven, earth, and humanity, man in the middle, yeah? So when it says the 10,000 beings, it kind of means everything living. Live by taking heaven and earth as their model. So our bodies are kind of a combination of heaven, our consciousness, our mind, our heart, and earth, our physical body. So I think this is a really nice thing to have in mind when we're practicing Qigong. So let's stop that share. Let's go to video. We'll stand up and we'll do a little practice. I'm going to have to move my camera a bit awkward. Ooh. Move my background set. So we can use this middle of the palm and we can connect that with the very center of our body below the navel. And we use the middle of the other palm over the top. And we'll just start with a minute of standing Qigong. So you're standing up, a little bit of a lift. Chin comes down a tiny bit. Connect these points. And let's just feel into our breath for a second. I think using that text is quite nice. So let's make our heart and our mind serene. And then let's feel into our body. And we can make our body tranquil. So can we tranquil our body? Well, let's start at the top of the head, leaving the hands here, and work down to our feet. So let's tranquil the head, relaxing everything in the head. Relaxing the jaw, feeling the tongue, letting the tongue be still and relaxed in the mouth. Relaxing the shoulders, arms, and down to the feet. So standing meditation is a big part of Qigong practice for me. And I might stand, do 10 minutes just standing in this position before I go into a moving practice. So time is of the essence and we want to get you 0 to 60, don't we? So let's do a little bit with the hands. So I'm going to stand with our feet, can't see my feet, but a little bit shoulder width. These palms that we were talking about before, facing each other. And we're going to draw the palms apart and stretch up the back of the legs a little bit and expand the whole body. And then we're going to let everything contract and fall back in. Okay, so not all Qigong follows the breath, but we can follow our breath. So we can breathe in and out. Letting the breath guide the speed of your movement. Okay, push the hands down and go to the lower center of the body. So just below the belly button. And here we can make a triangle with these 2 points. So we have these points in the hands and this point below the belly button. So we triangulate these 3. We squat a little bit as if we're sitting on a bar stool. Yeah, so you're going to sit down. That gives you, going down a little bit, gives you some space to come up, right? Squat a little bit, we come up, everything expands, opens, breathing in. Still have that triangulation, breathing out. up and sinking down, gathering back into your center. We're actually trying to generate the whole body movement from that point in the center of the body. Let's go a little wider. And then start to make the movement a little smaller. So we're still stretching up with the legs a little bit, but it's small, pressing down. Then we can hold, imagine or feel a ball of energy between your hands. Just sink that into your center, one hand over the other. Slightly hug your elbows in a bit. So we can come back to the text. We can serene our heart mind and stabilize our body. So then and we'll just do a little wash. So wash down, up, and down the back of the legs. So we can step into something else. That's the end of the little practice today.
Wow, that was amazing. So I'm not that used to Qigong, even though I've heard a little bit about it. So it was so beautiful, and I felt like it feels like a beautiful dance with maybe energy, right? So it would take somebody to actually do it to feel it. But when I was kind of looking at you, I could feel when I do it, I would be able to sense that energy, especially, when you're taking the hand to the navel and all of that. So what do you feel in your body, in your hands, maybe when you're doing it? What kind of sensations maybe?
I mean, everyone's different. So you have to work with your own strengths and weaknesses.
Mm-hmm.
We can get in touch with our energetic field, when we practice. But that's not necessarily 100% necessary. What we want to do is just feel into the body, just really kind of non-judgmental, I would say, sensation, and to see what's there. So working with this expanding of the hands, is this idea that the whole body is connected in every way, so that moving the hands rhythmically will have a beneficial effect through the organs. Yeah, even if I don't necessarily feel that. Yeah, it's this rhythmic, like dance-like movement that affects the whole system. So, let's say when I'm doing a starting out, I might feel, oh, my neck is sore and I've got a headache, and do my meditation to begin with, my standing meditation, practice standing meditation at the end, and I go back. How do I feel now? It's all loose and nice, Don't have a headache anymore. I don't feel this tension anymore. I'm ready to go and work and do something else in a nice way. So yeah, I think it's a process of what you feel in your body is a process of reflection and immediate action in the moment. So non-judgmental, feeling.
Yeah, I really loved that word, how you explained it, non-judgmental. Each person would feel it differently, but doesn't mean it is not working for somebody or not, right? So,
Yeah.
yeah, thank you for putting that word out. And could you give us a quick summary of all of your services so people can actually
Oh, yes.
contact you?
The business side. No, just kidding. Yeah, so I run an acupuncture practice here in Brighton and Hove. I teach Qi Gong evening classes, and I do one-to-one sessions. So we have nice studio rooms where, nice big room where we can do one-to-one sessions there. Also prescribe herbal medicine. So it's a multifaceted thing that we got going on. That's what I do. Also do Qi Gong Tuina. So Qi Gong Tuina, it's like a massage system where we use the principles of Qi Gong to then massage the body. A bit like Reiki, I would say, but with touch rather than just sense. Yeah.
That's beautiful. And with regards to your Qigong sessions, they are available online as well. I think everything else is only physical. Is that right?
Yeah, everything else is physical. Yeah.
Yeah, but you do have the online sessions that you can provide anybody watching this particular interview, any part of the world. They can book sessions with you and you do online sessions for them.
Yeah, so I can do Zoom sessions with people around the world, which is a great, it's a great addition to our modern life, which is a little tricky sometimes, isn't it? So yeah, doing Zoom sessions, and throughout the UK, I can also send herbs, which I do sometimes.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. That was a beautiful interview, and your demo I really, really loved. I'm gonna, watch the video again and do it and try it and see. So thank you so much for the beautiful gift that you've given us today.
Yeah. I would say to people, if you just try anything, try a little standing meditation. If you have a meditation practice, every now and then, stand up.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Yes, I did have the practice of doing the stand-up meditations for quite some time, and then I left it off. And now today, when you're saying it, it looks like and I did feel so much difference doing standing meditations. So today, I think it's an invitation that you've given me to try it again. So thank you.
Yeah, it's a good time of year for it as well. Spring, everything's starting to.
Absolutely, sure. Thank you so much, Daniel. That was a wonderful, wonderful session, and thank you for all that beautiful information. So, my dear viewers, if you would like to book an online session with Daniel, you can click on the link right below and you can book a session with him. If you are somewhere near physically where Daniel is in the UK, then you can also contact him for his Qigong classes, acupuncture services and herbs and so much more that Daniel is providing. And you also have a 10% off discount coupon. I feel it might apply for the online sessions. For your first booking with Daniel, just for watching this beautiful interview, the 10% off discount coupon is 0 point. So when you contact him, just let him know that you found him through 0 point. Thank you so much, Daniel. That was beautiful. Sure. Thank you, my dear viewers. I'm going to see you in my next show. If you're watching this on YouTube, you get to subscribe. And if you know any family member, friends, you can share this video if that's going to be help for them. See you next time. Bye-bye.